Nearly half of women have experienced sexual assault or harassment at festivals. 1 in 5 British festival goers have experienced sexual assault or harassment at an event, according to new research. Campaigners said the figures, believed to be the first of their kind, should be a wake-up call for the industry to start treating sexual violence as seriously as other crimes at festivals. The poll showed 22% of all Britons who have been to a festival faced some kind of unwanted sexual behavior, rising to almost 1 in 3 of women, 30%, and almost half, 43%, of women under 40. The most common forms of unwanted sexual behavior experienced by respondents were unwelcome and forceful dancing and sexualized verbal harassment. 11% of women had experienced sexual assault while they were conscious, compared to 3% of men, and 4% of women said they were sexually assaulted while unconscious or asleep, compared to 2% of men. The Survivors Trust, 0808801081 Rape Crisis -080880299999 Survivors UK, 020359838898 Only 2% of festival goers who were assaulted or harassed reported the incident to the police, according to the figures, suggesting the issue is significantly underreported. Separate data released in the crime survey for England and Wales in February showed more than 80% of victims of sexual assault did not report it to police. The poll, in which YouGov surveyed 1,188 festival goers for the Press Association, also revealed, Tracy Wise, founder of campaign group Safe Gigs for Women, said, "We have struggled to find anyone with any definite statistics on this before now. It gives us something to show to festival organizers so we can say you need to take this on board." Jen Kalaya, a co-director of the Good Night Out campaign, called the research shocking but not surprising, saying it helps prove what we already know through anecdotal evidence. "We know that the vast amount of harassment and sexual assault is not reported, and we know this comes down to stigma, fear of not being believed, and a minimization of what harassment is," she said. Beth Granter, a 35-year-old campaign manager with social network Care2, said she was flashed by a man at Reading Festival when she was 17. He said something like "give us a shag." So she said she told him to go away and tried to laugh it off, she said. Laughing was a defensive strategy to de-escalate the situation, she added. She said she did not report what happened but felt vulnerable for the rest of the festival. "I think this kind of thing happens more at festivals than in the street during the day, but I haven't seen any evidence that it happens more at festivals than in nightclubs. I have lost count of the times I've been sexually assaulted in a nightclub," Ms. Granter added. February's crime survey statistics found 1 in 5 women had experienced some form of sexual assault since they turned 16. Paul Reed, chief executive of the Association of Independent Festivals, said festivals have a duty to make their events as safe and secure and enjoyable as possible, but that some responsibility also lies with festival goers to report problems. "People shouldn't feel that they need to tolerate the type of behavior at festivals that they wouldn't tolerate in the street," he said, adding that raising awareness around the importance of consent and bystander intervention was paramount. "If people don't intervene, then this behavior becomes normalized," he said. "The idea we want to put forward is that harassment is everybody's problem, it's not just the person who is being assaulted," added Ms. Kalaya. Hundreds of thousands of people flock to UK festivals every year, but organisers of some of the UK's biggest festivals, including Glastonbury, Creamfields and the Reading and Leeds festivals, declined to comment on the new figures. Somerset police recorded 2 incidents of sexual assault, 2 incidents of rape and 1 incident of indecent exposure at last year's Glastonbury Festival, and some social media users reported instances of sexual assault at Manchester's Parklife Festival this year, on June 9 and 10. Parklife also declined to comment. Ms. Wise said, "The figures will be massively helpful, because at the moment I don't think festival organizers do enough. It would be good to get to the end of festival season and see festivals have taken this on." All figures in this report, unless otherwise stated, are from YouGov plc. The total sample size was 3,436 adults, of which 1,188 had attended a music festival. The survey was carried out online between June 4 and 6, 2018. The figures have been weighted and are representative of all GB adults. If you have a story for our news team, email us at webnews@metro.co.uk. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.